Okay, we got 10 minutes and 41 seconds on this one. So today I woke up at 8 a.m. After that, I ordered some food. Actually, didn't eat it. Just reserved it. And slept till 18, I think. Yeah. So for 10 hours. And after that, I woke up. It's now 20, so it's 18, 19, it's 21. So 3 hours of scrolling in YouTube and stuff. I did send one of my LinkedIn posts to, to Eduardo, and yeah, scrolling about Iran's situation and whatever, what are the negotiations and whatever. I I'm starting to think, okay, this is gonna be useless because in the meantime I can write, and I'm definitely gonna write today. Mm, and in the meantime I can do something else because my life is pretty straightforward in this kind of in this stretch of time. Mm, Either I'm gonna react to something unexpected from the billions of seeds I've scattered on the ground across very young age. Either one of them is gonna lead somewhere. Let's say I already have 10 pieces sent to publishers by these bestsellers that I know, and one of them could get a yes. The quality is there, but um, it's definitely the not luck, but yeah, but someone who hasn't written anything in Paris Review or Granta or whatever kind of industry is gonna say about it. I don't care because it's just one of the pieces on the board. Sure, my ego would be satisfied that, okay, I just get a deal, I get an advance, and I choose my path as a writer that I just write, that I'm doing anyways, and I'm paid for it. So basically, the whole thing is that I write, it pays me, so I get to write more. That's the whole circle. But that could happen. Um, One of these social medias that are trying to replace US tech, I could have a contract with them. That's another thing. The the other thing is one or two clients of mine turn out to solve a couple of issues with Visa or whatever or not. One of them is gonna be very beneficial if I get a startup visa. He's trying his best, and if it works, works. If not, I have one letter, hopefully, um, from one of the bestsellers trying to boost my asylum case. And even without it, my asylum case is gonna be strong because Iran is a shit show now, and it's only gonna get worse because the only way Iran doesn't get worse and it actually butchers my um, asylum case is gonna be suddenly Trump is gonna pay Iran and lift the sanctions, which they're not gonna do. And yeah, for this stretch of time, I'm just thinking out loud about not meaning of life, because life has no meaning to begin with other than just dominating others. And people who actually are happy with what they have, they just don't have the identity density, as I call it, of other people. Because the truth of the fact is, people who are satisfied with less are meant for less. And people who are fighting tooth and nail for dominating all of the other people around them, sure, could be overcompensation, but they actually have the capacity. Sometimes I talk to a couple of people and I ask them, how many people want to be, let's say, president? Just a very kind of limited symbol of power and dominance. Not everyone wants to. Half of the people don't even think that big, if that's even big, and the other half those don't see themselves as that. So the game is pretty limited. Most of the people don't have the capability of that. Most people who have the capability don't have the actual balls of that. And the people who have the capability and balls of that, they don't have the other components that takes to get there. For me, is that I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop writing, and writing sharpens my thinking, and that kind of thinking attracts people on very kind of a high scale. Every single one, every single week, I have one or two calls, which is with director general this, bestseller this, philosopher that, lawyer this, lawyer that, on global scale. Not because of the status game. The status is just indication of the signal of the market's value of their time, and my time being worth kind of an interaction. That's the lowest amount of signal. A little bit of a strong signal is these people putting their skin in the game. For instance, a couple of global lawyers doing introduction with their names, or risking their connections, or harder than that, it's gonna be that like a little bit deeper, is gonna be like these bestsellers. One of them literally said, I got to get you discovered. Sure, that soothes the ego, but this is the signal that is strengthening. I'm 26 years old and I'm never gonna stop thinking and strategizing my next move, because what matters is that thousands of people have been killed in my country. I don't even acknowledge Iran as my country, because ever since I was 8 years old, I was a writer and I was thinking globally. So if I identify myself as something, it's gonna be a transnational kind of identity. But I really enjoy the Iranian culture. Definitely the flair of the poetry, the whatever that comes in the very rich history of it, but I'm not bound by it. So when I say my people, it is just the rhetoric of association that other people are gonna associate with. But I value human life as a solitary cosmic existence, rather than, okay, it's just one person with 80 kilograms uh, occupying limited space. For me, on one hand, people can be both one cosmos, that you cannot have two cosmos. It's literally just one life is infinitely interesting to me, that I cannot actually conceive of losing two, because one cosmos is enough. to lose, there's nothing else to lose to make it 2. But on the other hand, the strategy game, the power game, the chessboard, I can easily view 100,000 people or whatever as chess pieces as the rest of the power dynamics work, because that's the reality of things. We're living we're living in a world with 8 billion people being categorized and ranked every single second. And if you're not top of the game, you're gonna be the pieces being played. So yeah, for now, I'm not gonna stop and we're gonna see.